Welcome to Board Game Empire. We're going to be giving you a brief overview and review of Maple Valley by KTBG Games. So this is a game, it's a family game for 8 plus, for I can't remember how many, 1 to 5 players. And they say it takes about 60 minutes. I guess it might have taken a little less time for us, but we were only a 2-player game, so that's probably why. It would take probably an hour if you have more players. But so basically, you choose a worker. I was the porcupine. They have these really cute little characters, and they're not just colored meeples. They actually have the little characters printed on both sides, so the characters are really cute. So you pick your character, you get a pack. You're going to get some cubes. You get more cubes than this in the beginning, but we have ours distributed on the festivities cards. You get a map. You get a starting amount of curiosities and resources. And then a friend card. That's your starting friend card. So my starting friend card was the porcupine. And those will have your player color on the leaf will be in your player color. And they give you an ability when you use them. Maybe they all gain a curiosity. Mine was gaining curiosity. I think yours was too.
Yeah, mine was too.
So they must all be that. And they can travel on all 3 of the paths. There's water. I guess this would be dirt and grass.
Mountains.
Oh, mountain. Okay. And then you get 1 random friend that's drawn from the friend deck. So that's your starting hand, and then so you're going to be trying to get resources to be able to get more friends, because the more friends you have, the more movement you will be able to do. And they also, each of those friends have an ability that you might be able to take advantage of as well when you're taking your turn. But you are going to go to set a spot that will get you the friends. This spot here, the village. If you go to the village, you can purchase any friend card that's in the display if you have the amount of curiosities on the bottom that are required. So the curiosities are the rock, the bug, or the flower. So those are fairly easy to get. So I didn't have any issue having curiosities when I needed them to get there. So you're going to be trying to purchase friends because, again, it gets you more moves and more possible special abilities that might help you throughout the game. So it's played over 5 rounds. They're tracked by these sun tokens. It's random what good is going to be the higher value one, I guess you would say, for that round. So if you forage the leaves during this round, you get an extra one each time you forage that. And they are also abilities that cards that I came across that when you forage a certain type of thing, you also get a sun item, and that's what that's meaning. So that's how you track your rounds, and that's played over what I think it's called hours, but it's five rounds. So you are just going to be moving up this path and you do this by playing one of your friend cards. You're going to only have 2 in the beginning. So your starter one is very valuable because, 1, it gives you a curiosity every time you play him, and he allows you to travel on any of these paths, whereas most of them, or all of them, actually have only 1 path that it allows you to travel on. So I had all rock ones because I had and I'll get to the patches in a minute. I had a patch that gave me 2 points for each rock traveling friend I had, including my starter. So at the end of the game, that gave me 8 points just for having those type of friends. So you have cards that are patches and things that will help manipulate what friends you're going to choose as well. So the patches you get when you come across this space is a good one. You get a lot. You get to put your cube on one of the festivity cards, and what you're trying to do, there's different icons, and when you complete a favor card, which I haven't went over either, they have the same icons in the upper left. When you complete one by giving them these resources that they're asking for. You'll put it to the right of your player board, and you'll get, at the end of the game, you're going to get those points and possibly bonus points like this one if you have the doll, and you also completed the crockery, you'll get additional 2 points. So all of them have bonus points you can also get if you have a certain card or meet other certain criteria. But you're going to be completing those, and when you do, if there's an open slot on the festivities card of that same icon, you could put your cube on it. And at the end of the game, there'll be end of game points for the person with the most of their color on the card. First player gets 4, second player gets 2 points. And then there's also, when the card is completed, you at that moment, you stop the game for a second and you complete on the bottom what it says. It benefits all the players, but the person who finished it and put the last cube on the card gets a one more like bonus item. Usually, like one of ours was the finisher gains 2 maps. I'll go over the maps as well. Each player places their pawn here. The next time they play a friend card, they ignore its travel type and instead zoom to any location. So that was pretty cool. So he finished it, I think. I can't remember who finished that one.
I finished the first one, you finished the last 2.
Okay, so I finished that one. So it means I got 2 maps. And both of us put our pawn here. So our next turn, we got to go to any space on the board. That was really cool because it was near the end of the game. I think we both went here. Mm-hmm. And so it was, that was a great one. So that was help everyone. And then as soon as you do the festivity, then you go back to whoever's turn it was, they finished taking their turn. So first you're going to play a card. Then you travel. So like I said, if it's a rock road, say I'm here, I could only travel. That's the only place I could go if I use this friend.
Well, you could travel here.
Oh, yeah. But I could only travel this road is what I meant to say. Mm-hmm. You could go the full, like I could go all the way here because this goes, that rock path goes all the way through. If I end my move there, then I can do what's on the village, which is to purchase a friend. Like I said, the starter one allows you to move on any of those roads. And if you play a map, this is where the maps come in. If you keep them till the end of the game, they're worth 1 point each. But say you're moving, these work for any road type. It doesn't matter. Say you have a water card, but you really want to go, like, say, I don't know, here. So you play your water friend, then you'll play a map to go here, and you can play another map to go there. So you could keep playing the maps to go one segment of any road type if you would rather do that. And it might be worth it. I kept mine for points, but I could see how it would be worth it if maybe that action got you a lot more than that 1 point that you're going to gain for that map. But that's one thing you use those for. So this is the first player token. That also passes who's first player from round to round. So you're just going to keep moving and collect. When you go on these maple leaf spots, which is basically where you're landing, you can collect the resources there. You can collect either 2 of one of them or 1 of each of them. You walk away with 2 no matter what, but you just decide what combination. If you happen to pass over these little guys, those are curiosities that you will gather, and you can see they're all throughout the board, so it's pretty easy to get the curiosities. Plus your starter friend also gives you a curiosity when you play that one. So I had a harder time for me getting the leaves because they were kind of higher up on the board and you start down here. And I was kind of taking advantage of everything I could as I moved up. Anthony took a different strategy because if you go up all the way up to here, you get 3 of whatever the sun good is that round, and you immediately loop down to here or whatever they call it. Yeah. And you get to do the village action, which is where you can buy another friend. And then you just start the route over again. So he did that. did I even do that once?
Yeah, you did once.
Maybe one time. But I kind of hung out more down here and was taking advantage of those things. But so you'll just be doing that for 5 rounds, like I said, and trying to get the most points, which are tallied on the back of your player board. The front is your pack. The back is the player board. You'll be calculating all your friends, the little hearts in the bottom right. You'll be calculating the bonus points from both the bottom of your patches and any bonuses you may have gotten for in-game points on those. You will also be calculating your favors, all the hearts. You calculate those and any bonuses that you were able to get by getting a matching pair of cards that it's asking for. And you get 1 more point for your maps, and I believe you get 1 point for every 3 resources, if I'm correct. Yes. Every 3 resources you get a map, and the honey, that's the only exception. The honey also gets 1 point at the end of the game. I think that's, yeah.
Okay, so pretty much here you get the friends, here you get the mission cards to...
The favors.
Yeah, the favors. Here you get the patches, pretty much the favors. Here you could put your disc or piece there. And then here we have hot air balloon.
Oh yeah, I forgot about that.
Wagon. Now, some of these says like spin up to 3 stars to draw the same amount of numbers of patches from the clock and choose one.
Stars are the curiosities.
Yeah. And then this one is spin maps to zoom to any location set for the bluffs and activate that location. Now these two also you could trade resources for different types of resources, and that's what is beneficial for those locations.
Yeah, so I totally forgot about that. I think I used one. You used them several times. Yeah, there's a lot to do in this game, and it is it's a lightweight game, and it's a family game. But yeah, there's a lot of strategy. So what did you think of this game?
I love the design. Of course, I like so far there's every game that I liked from KTGB or wherever.
KTBG.
Yeah, BG. Like all their games are phenomenal. They're point salad. They're unique and different from any other games that we played. So I really like the design, illustration, the font's easy to read. I like the player power cards, each thing that they do, and how they coincide with different other cards, how they pretty much get points. So great components, replayability, high replayability because there's so much different things you could do. There are a lot of different cards, as you can tell. There's many friends you could do. There's also the patches you get and I forget what. Favors. So, and all these things change as well. So
these are random placed at the beginning of the game.
The only downside is probably the setup. Setup took a little bit of time. I wish that had more like an insert and separation of different components. I'm not sure if there was a deluxe version. I'm sure there was, but yeah, I just wish that there was easier management and storage of the components. But as far as mechanics, really simplistic mechanics. I can see this is an A+, but it has enough strategy where even as adults, when you're playing with kids, you'll be able to have fun and strategize enough that you'll be able to teach them best ways to get points and which cards kind of combo off each other. So really good in that aspect. For me, overall total, I'm giving this an 8 out of 10. I think this is a phenomenal kids game. I think it teaches a lot that they'll be pretty much using for more complex games as they evolve. So 8 out of 10 for me.
Yeah, we had a lot of fun playing this game. Like you said, looking at it as a medium lightweight game and as a family game, and as a great way to introduce them to mechanics that they will be playing in other games that, like you said, are a little more complex. It does have a lot in it. Like, we were surprised how much strategy there really was in this game. There's so many different ways you can go with it, because there's so many different ways to get points, and there's probably no wrong way to do it. It's just being really good at the way you're going to make sure you're outmaneuvering the other person. I think we were both we weren't really going for any one thing. I was more kind of trying to get a little bit of everything and make sure I had at least one and I ended up getting 2 of the festivity majorities. He was starting out those really quick, so I was like, oh wow, I better start on those, because I started late on those and he was way ahead of me, so I kind of more focused on those then. But before that, I was focusing on friends and the favors and just trying to, get through processing as many favors as I could. But that was kind of hard because there was some resources, like I said, that were just so out of reach. So I had to kind of manipulate my strategy mid-game to just go for something different. And it actually worked out because how much did I beat you by?
I think 18 points.
Yeah, so
Well, I focus pretty much at the beginning. I focus on the favors, getting them done fast.
Yeah, you were killing it.
I was trying to make sure I get one of those. But then what stalled me was not getting enough friends at the beginning of the game.
See, that's what I got off the bat.
Yeah, I think that's a focal point that you're going to have to do is get friends, because that allows you to move faster and move more. So I think that's a key aspect of the game that you're going to want to do it first, and then go for the favors, and then go for the top part.
Yeah, you can only have 3 favors that aren't completed at the end of each round. So what I was doing, I knew I couldn't complete them for a few rounds, but I was kind of just setting myself up for the ones that kind of piggybacked off of each other. I was very selective, but I did get off. I went for the friends, like, pretty much quickly, and then he got his first patch first.
Oh, you can only have 4 patches.
Oh yeah, the max you can have of patches. So he got his patch first, and I was like, oh yeah. And so I was kind of following on his footsteps at first, because I was kind of going for different things, and then I realized I was being too pinholed on the friends at first. So yeah, but what helped me was banking up on the patches. I've switched some out a few times because I went for the ones that had the in-game points, which that really helped. And then, of course, getting majority on 2 of those, that was basically what determined the winner in our game.
Well, I think also, too, you got so many friends at the beginning, because you had 2 extra moves on top of my last 2 rounds. I
forgot to tell you the dawdle cards.
Oh, yeah,
that's really cool about this game. It balances the game. So at the end of each, it balances it if you aren't the one every time that doesn't have the most friends.
Yeah.
So at the end of each round, everyone announces how many cards they have. If you have the same amount, then you're good. But if someone has more than you'll draw as many dawdle cards as you need to get your hand size up to the same amount. So you both get the same amount of turns, but these cards, the dawdle cards, they just give you resources, which is good, but you don't get to move. They don't help you move. So that's where the friends come in, because they give you special abilities and they give you movement. Most of them allow you to gain extra resources when you forage a certain kind. Like this one's a good one. When you forage for any honey, you get another one. So those resources they're easily to get to, but it's hard to get the right ones because you're limited by your cards. You have to really plan your hands. Like it's a major hand management game.
Yeah. Figuring
out I would have all 5 or 4 of my cards kind of planned out before when the round started. I knew what I was going to do, but until I had to kind of switch it up a little bit we were pretty neck and neck, I think, on almost everything.
Yeah, until the last round, then you start taking the lead.
I'm talking about as far as like patches and the favors. We were pretty much keeping up with each other on that, that's why it was a very close game, I think, until the end game points. But I would give this an 8 based on being a family game. Definitely, I would give this an 8. If you're someone that likes heavier games, it's probably too lightweight for you. But this is a great game if you're playing with younger kids or others
non-gamers.
Yeah, or people that just like light games, because it's a thinker mainly because of all the strategy you can do, but everything's right there and easy. Once you get the iconography, which I wish that is my one down I give on this game is they don't have a player aid. So the iconography is kind of in the middle of the book. So that's the one thing I would say that I wish they did have for this game. But other than that, it is a great game. And like I said, these meeples are adorable. They're really cute. So we would recommend it. And we'll put the link in the description so you can check this out for yourself to see if it's a game you want to add to your collection. Hopefully our video helped you to decide. Thank you for watching. Please give us a like. Feel free to leave us what you think about this game, if you've played it or if you're thinking you might get this game. We hope you've already subscribed. If not, we ask if you please would subscribe because it really helps our channel to get our videos viewed more and the more subscribers we get. So thank you so much, and we look forward to seeing you next time.